بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على خير خلق الله نبينا محمد النبي الأمين صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Alhamdulillah, inshallah, a few days away from the beginning of Ramadan, the month of mercy. When we say fasting, a lot of us think today we're going to talk about what is fasting, مفطرات الصيام, what things that make your fasting not valid anymore when you do them during your fasting, when to start the fasting, if you're sick and not able to fast, what to do. That's something inshallah we're going to talk about throughout the lectures that we're going to have before the beginning of Ramadan. But very importantly, very importantly for all of us to sit down and set some goals for the month of Ramadan. So you do not want to be the same person today, and when Ramadan comes and finishes, and you're the same person again. You need to be a different person. And the only way for that to happen, we need to set goals. So in the month of Ramadan, what are my goals? What do I want to do? What's different that I'm going to be doing in the month of Ramadan? Because we have to be different. If we're not different, so we're not benefiting from the month of Ramadan. And we want to maximize the benefits of Ramadan. Do as many as we can. So we want to keep it simple, inshallah. Keep it easy and simple. So what are the goals that we want to set for ourselves in this upcoming month and what to do? Number one, Ikhwat al-Iman, all of us know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran says, شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن. شهر Ramadan, the month that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed the Quran in it. So goal number one is our relationship with the Quran has to change, has to be different, has to get reconnected to the Quran, has to read more Quran. So if you are someone who last year just finished one khatma, finished the Quran from the beginning to the end once, we want to do more this year. So you want to do a khatma and a half or a khatma and a quarter, finish the Quran, and then do a quarter of the Quran or a half, or do two khatmas. And a lot of us do not understand the importance of reciting the Quran. Allah Azza wa Jalla in the Quran says, أَلَا بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ تَطْمَئِنُّ الْقُلُوبُ. The tranquility, the tuma'nina, always found in the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the best form of the dhikr is the Quran. So the more Quran you read during your day, the more tuma'nina, tranquility you will find in your heart. A lot of people throughout their day, they're not comfortable, they're not happy. They're always thinking or chasing something that they do not know what that is. They're always in fear, they have pressure, they don't know what they're doing. They're always not happy, chasing something they don't know what that is. Because they have something empty. Their heart is empty, it's not full with the Quran. Believe me, when you are reading the Quran on a daily basis, that emptiness that you have inside your heart is going to be full and you're going to be happy. So many people do not have this happiness. They're not relaxed. They're thinking too much and chasing something they do not know what that is because the heart is empty. It's not full of the dhikr, it's not full of the Quran. So it's important to establish this in Ramadan. Every single day, you read the Quran. After Fajr, after Maghrib, after the Taraweeh, after Salatul Asr or Dhuhr or whatever Salat you pray, make sure you read some Quran. And whatever we did last year, that has to increase. What is the reason that a lot of us do not find halawatul iman, the sweetness of iman, the sweetness of the belief? The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam talked about it in the Sunnah. Why we do not find that when we read the Quran? Because we do not understand the meaning of the Quran. So this is one of the goals also, the tafsir. I don't want you to go from the beginning of the Quran and do all of the tafsir of the Quran in the month of Ramadan. That's not doable. So we want to keep it simple. Why not starting with the surahs and the ayats that you like more? SubhanAllah, the whole Quran is beautiful, isn't it? But some ayat, for some reason, you find yourself love it more. When you listen to the tape and the shaykh or the reciter, the qari is reading certain ayat, you feel yourself like being more attached to the ayat. So these ayat, you want to read the tafsir of them. Many of us love Surah Al-Rahman, isn't it? Very beautiful surah. فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. It talks about the Jannah, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prepares for the believers in Al-Jannah. Very beautiful surah. So make a goal this Ramadan, inshallah, From the beginning of the Ramadan to the end of Ramadan, I want to learn the tafsir of Surah Al-Rahman. You can divide it every day, maybe 5 ayat. There's so many tafsir available, and we have the tafsir available in English, and some of them in Urdu. The Urdu is the language you speak. Some of it in French. If French is the language that you speak and understand better. So alhamdulillah, the tafsir are so many languages. The whole thing is just about you finding the time, sitting and reading and enjoying the time reading these tafsir. Surah Al-Rahman. So from the beginning of the month of Ramadan to the end, I want to finish that. Or maybe you like the last ayat of Surah Al-Hashr. Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu ittaqullaha wal tanzur nafsun ma qaddamat lighadin. And then the ayat talks about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, and to the end of the surah. Maybe you want to read the tafsir of that surah. Make that as a goal for you. Bi-idhnillah, when you make that, you read the tafsir of these ayat, you're going to see a positive impact. And you're going to see a difference when you read the Quran. You're going to be interacting with the Quran better and better. Ikhwat al-Iman, one of the very important goals of Ramadan, very, very important. Make sure when Ramadan comes and finishes, you change some of the bad habits that you have. All of us have bad habits, but unfortunately, all of us think that we are the best and the way we behave is the best and everybody has to behave according to the way we behave. But in reality, that's not true. Each and every one of us has bad habits. How do you know that? Talk to the people that are next to you. Talk to your spouse, your husband or your wife. Talk to your siblings. Talk to your friends, but do not expect them to tell you something you like to hear. You're not looking for good things in you, you're looking for bad things in you. So be welcome into anything that may not please you. They may tell you have anger problem. You may disagree, I don't have it, but if 2 people agree you have it, so then you have that problem. Because always we don't see our bad habits. We think we're the best, but in reality, other people can see us better. They can give us better explanation about ourselves. So if that's the case, you have anger problem. Inshallah, in Ramadan, work on that to overcome this habit. To be patient, to control your anger. The Prophet Muhammad said to the man who came to him and asked him so many times, "Awsini, give me advice. Tell me something that's going to benefit me." The Prophet did not give him a long lecture. Just 2 words, not don't be angry, control your anger. If you're able to do so, you're going to be successful. That's the best advice. That's the best thing to do. And few people do it. So many people cannot handle the anger. So if that's the case, work on that in Ramadan. I'm fasting and I'm patient. I want to eat. My body is telling me to eat. And it's hard on me. I have hunger, but I'm patient for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Use that to control your anger. You remember that the Prophet Muhammad said, "من لم يدع قول الزور والعمل به فليس لله حاجة في أن يدع طعامه وشرابه." Whoever does not quit قول الزور was prohibited, and that's what anger leads you to do. When you have anger issue, when you have anger problem, you always cursing, saying stuff that displeases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when you are fasting and not controlling this, you're saying things that displease to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah does not need your fasting. You're not going to get any ajr, any hasanat, any barakah from Allah wa ta'ala. Maybe you're not getting along with your wife. Inshallah, Ramadan is a chance for you to sit and try to overcome this issue. Ramadan is nothing but a month that you fast and you do a lot of thinking. Because you read the ayat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you ponder over the ayat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you think about yourself. And think about any issue you have. Is that an issue you have? Some people do not get along with their spouse. They just be patient because of the kids. So why not making it easy on yourselves in getting along, sitting down, tracking down the problems, throwing out some solutions, and trying to work that out. And inshallah is going to work for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Maybe you have a bad habit of believing in this life to be just money. That's a problem that so many of us have. We think that nothing has value in this life but the dollar. Some people, that's how they are. They do not even help others. They do not volunteer. They do not do anything with someone else except in return they're going to receive money. This is a real problem for the Imaam. This is a real problem, especially we immigrants who came from poor countries, who came to the US. Some of us, we're not making money. All of a sudden, it's easy to make money. There's so many ways to make money. We get busy and trapped in this loop. 24/7 just chasing the money. There's nothing wrong with working hard. That's something we have to do as Muslims. We have to provide for our families. But do not make that as your 100% priority. You don't have time for your family. Some people do not have time for their families. They're just busy working, doing 2 jobs. I'm not saying do not work and do 2 jobs. Don't get me wrong. Work hard. But money shouldn't be your 100% priority. You're only chasing money. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Ta'isa abdul dinar." Is a loser, the slave that's follow money. Whoever follows money is a slave for money. That slave is a loser. He's a slave for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Make your money. Work hard. Provide for your family. But at the same time, other things has to have value in your life. When I come to the masjid and sit down and read and then have a conversation with my brothers in faith, when I volunteer in the masjid, that has to have value. That's something important. That's something that makes me happy. When I sit with my family and have a good time, that's something that has to have value. It's important. I can cut the work and sit with my family because that's something essential. That's something that feeds my heart, feeds my happiness. Some people, the only thing that feeds their hearts is money. They just want to see the dollar increasing. So they have 1,000 today, they want to have 2 tomorrow. They want to have 3 the next day. Make money. Work hard. If that's the only problem you have, you just want to make money, in Ramadan, inshallah, take the time to work less. Take the time to think about this life. Take the time to learn how others are able to have values in other things. Some people, they have values in so many things. The time they spend in the morning sitting down reading the Quran is very valuable to them. The time they sit and teach their kids something is very valuable to them. The time they take and go to the gym and work out, that's something essential to them, make them happy. So make sure money is not taking all of your thinking. Make your money, work hard, but at the same time, do other things, and other things must have value in your life. Take Ramadan as an opportunity to do deeper thinking and readjust yourself and be a better person. And when Ramadan finishes, you are someone who's better. You are someone who people loves you more. You are someone who contributed more. You are someone who has seen a lot of values in so many different things, not only money. Insha'Allah Azza wa Jal. And very important, ikhwat al-iman, also let's take Ramadan as an opportunity, inshallah, to fix any issue in any problem that we have with. It could be family member. Sometimes you could be on non-speaking term with a father, with a son, with a brother, with a sister, with a friend. And unfortunately, we are in a time where you may not be on non-speaking term, but we don't see each other. We could be living in the same city, but we see each other just once every 2 months. We don't visit each other, we're busy. No, in Ramadan, inshallah, we want to change that. So if you not speak someone that you do not speak to, be the one to make the first move, call that person and ask them for forgiveness for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ramadan is coming up. I want to be a good believer. I want to be a good slave for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I forgive you, and I want you please to forgive me. Let's just cut this and get back together and get the blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Or maybe you could be someone who do not visit your family members. Take Ramadan as an opportunity. When we sit together, have the iftar, invite people. People that you do not see on a regular basis, let them come over. Go over to their house, sit with them, have the iftar together. See each other. That's great in the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that gives you hasanat and barakah for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So inshallah, before talking about what the fasting is, how to fast, if I cannot fast, what to do, it's important to set goals for the month of Ramadan. So sit with yourself. We have 6 more days to go, inshallah. And whatever I mentioned, the goals of Ramadan are not limited to whatever I mentioned. It's just examples. You can sit and set these goals. So in Ramadan, I want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And very importantly, when Ramadan finishes, I should not be the same person as I am today. Very important. So think about that and make your goals, set your goals, and inshallah work on them throughout the entire month. And inshallah, when the month of Ramadan finishes, you are someone better, you are someone who loved more by others, you are someone who's closer to people, you are someone who's more contributing to others in terms of helping them and supporting them, and you are someone who sees values in so many things, not only money. work on that, please, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Jazakumullahu khairan. Inshallah, we'll continue tomorrow after Salatul Isha. Barakallahu feekum. So, ask your question? Okay, Jazakumullahu khairan wa barakallahu feekum. Inshallah, we'll continue talking about fasting tomorrow after Salatul Isha. Sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad.
شكرا.
بارك الله فيك. جزاك الله خير.